Hey guys, welcome to episode, I believe it's number 9 of the ranking of my favorite albums from my least favorite to my favorite. Sorry, it's been a minute. It's been a few weeks actually. Got a lot going on in a serious relationship in love. Got a job that keeps me busy, and I got a daughter, so I'm staying busy as everybody is, which is a good thing. Figured, she outside, weather, and just, really kind of crummy out. And I'm like, man, I got to do something fun. So the 50 of you plus who do watch this, I figured I'd do something fun today, and a band that I really enjoy a lot, and I actually pretty much like their whole entire catalog. Some, of course, more than others, but I'm going to do the band Anthrax. They got 11 studio albums total. And again, I'm going to go from my least favorite to my favorite. Some at the bottom I don't like quite as much, but still, none of these albums are terrible to me. Other than that shitty I'm the Man EP they put out. I'm not going to put that in here. It's an EP anyway. I could do without that. But other than that, I pretty much like everything they've done. So I'm going to go from my least favorite to my favorite. They have 11 albums. I'll start at number 11. I don't have this on CD, but I do have it on vinyl. I know a lot of people would possibly rank this as their favorite album. I don't hate it by any means, but I just think a lot of it's kind of corny, the lyrics. But the only album to feature Neil Turbin on vocals. It's got Scotty in, of course, Dan Spitz and Charlie Bennett. And Danny Lilker, Lilker, who went on, the only album he did with the band. He actually formed the band with Scotty in. Got kicked out of the band by Neil Turbin, I heard, and that caused a lot of friction. And Neil Turbin was gone not long after that, too. But Neil Turbin's a decent vocalist. I just didn't think he ever felt really great with the band. Of course, Danny Lilker co-wrote a lot of these songs on here and went on, to form Nuclear Assault and Brutal Truth and a lot of other great bands. But not a terrible album, but definitely not my favorite by any means. But number 11 is Fistful of Metal. Coming in at number 10 is an album, last time to feature John Bush, We've Come For You All. A lot of people say this is a comeback for the band. I don't agree. I don't hate this album by any means, but I don't know. Like that song Safe Home and, I don't know, Cadillac Rock Box and everything. It's a decent enough album. Definitely my least favorite with John Bush. John Bush is a hell of a singer. By the way, I like John Bush and Joey Belladonna. I think they're both great singers, so, But anyway, number 10 is We've Come For You All. Excuse me. Coming in at number 9 is an album I thought I owned, but I don't. It's called State of Euphoria. From what I've read from all the band, they felt like they were rushed putting it together, and it kind of sounds like it when you listen to it. Saying that, though, they've got some songs on their Be All End All, Who Cares Wins. That's a great song. Good album. Not a great album, but Joey Belladonna on vocals. But number 9 is State of Euphoria. Coming in number 8 is, got this in the cover here, For All Kings. Last studio album they released. Really good album. Really solid album. Monster at the End's good. My favorite songs on here are definitely Caesarean and what is that? Blood Eagle Wings is just killer. Great song, but good album. Not my favorite, but number 8 is For All Kings. Coming in number 7 is an album that really got no recognition whatsoever because they went on with this record label. As soon as they signed with this record label, the record label went defunct. They basically went bankrupt, and so this album got no promotion. A lot of people don't even know about this album. It's, to me, a really good album, though. Another album to feature John Bush. That's Volume 8. The Threat Is Real. This is a really good album. A really good, solid album to me. You got Inside Out, great song. Killing Box. Stealing from the Thief is killer. Just a really, really good, solid album. It's a shame. This is another album I'm about to talk about. Got no recognition or no promotion. What was the name of the record label? I can't even remember the name of the record label this was on. Ignition Records. As soon as it came out on Ignition, the record label went under. So basically, it's a shame. They were going through a really bad period at this time too. And not to mention, this is right around the time that grunge was really big. So, but Volume 8. Definitely an album worth checking out, and that's number 7. Coming in at number 6, a lot of people would have this album higher. I like the album. Don't necessarily love it, but a huge improvement to me for Fistful of Metal, and that's their second album, first album to feature Joey Belladonna. That is Spreading the Disease. Really good album. Medusa's my favorite track on here. I love that song. Armed and Dangerous is killer too. Madhouse, it's all right. I mean, AIR is killer, but number 6 is Spreading the Disease. Good album. Coming in number 5 is the first album to feature John Bush. I used to not like this album, and man, it's grown on me. I love this album. Probably my favorite Anthrax song of all time is on here, and that's Only. But I mean, the whole album is pretty good. A couple I don't like as much as others, but Black Lodge is good. Hypro Glow, Room for One More. I mean, really good, solid album. And that is number 5, is Sound of White Noise. Coming in we're at number 4, yes. And that is Persistence of Time. The last album to feature Joey Belladonna for many, many years, right? Yeah. This is a good album. Really good album. Time's killer. I mean, Keep It in the Family, In My World, Gridlock. Billy the Beast is killer. I like the version, Joe Jackson's song, Got the Time. I think that's good. One Man Stands, Discharge. I mean, good, solid album. And that is number 4, Persistence of Time. Okay, number 3 here. A lot of people are like, they don't like this album. I think a lot of people haven't really listened to it or gave it a chance. And this is another one that came out right before the Volume 8, The Threat Is Real, that they were still on Elektra albums, Elektra Records. And when the album came out, it got 0 promotion. Got a new president, I think, with Elektra. When she came on, this is when grunge was huge. She didn't want to have anything to do with the band, basically. And got no promo. It's a damn shame because I love this album. And it's called Stomp 442. I know a lot of people don't like this album. I absolutely love it. I think a lot of it for me is I was getting a lot of tattoo ink on me at the time. And the guy, Dino Cook, who does my tats, we listened to this album over and over again. We would just hit repeat and just play it over and over again. We'd be working on me, tattooing on me. And man, I love this fucking album. I think it's great. It doesn't get enough recognition. It's one of those, to me, hidden gems. But Random Acts of Senseless Violence is killer. I Don't Mind Fueled. Riding Shotgun, In His Zone. Drop the Ball, Tester. Even that ballad Bear. I think it's a good album. It's heavy as hell. This is the first album to not feature Dan Spitz, by the way, too. It's got Paul Crook, good guitar player. But number 3 for me, anyway, Stomp 442. Coming in number 2 is an album that probably a lot of other people wouldn't have up so high. Man, I love this album. I was a little shocked when I first heard it. It took many years to come out. This is right when John Bush left the band, and he rejoined the band, and they brought in a cat named Dan Nelson, who I heard was just a train wreck. And then, of course, Joey Belladonna came back. The first album to feature Joey Belladonna back in the band. Love this album. I don't think it has a bad track on here, and I still listen to this album a lot. Listened to it the other day. I love it, and as worship music. Love this album, man. It's killer. It's just a great, great album. I mean, Earth on Hell, The Devil You Know, Fight 'Em Till You Can't, I'm Alive, In the End, The Giant, Crawl, Revolution Screams. I mean, killer album. Again, just really good, solid. One of my favorite albums. That I was a little shocked. I was thinking, it'd be okay, but love this album. That's why I have it up so high. Now number 2, and that is We've Come For You, Our Worship Music. Coming in at number 1 has always been my favorite album of the band. The first album I heard from them was Spreading the Disease, but this is still, probably always will be my favorite Anthrax album, and that is Among the Living. Love the album cover too, just killer. This is pretty much perfection to me. Among the Living, Caught in a Mosh, I Am the Law, NFL, I love that too. Skeleton in the Closet, Indians, One World, ADI, Heart of It All, Imitation of Life. Just killer. So anyway, I'm going to go back from my favorite to my least favorite. Number 1, Among the Living. Number 2, Worship Music. Number 3, Stomp 442. Number 4, Persistence of Time. Number 5 is Sound of White Noise. Number 6 is Spreading the Disease. Number 7 is Volume 8, The Threat Is Real. I definitely recommend checking out Stomp 442 and Volume 8 too. Let's see, and number 8 is For All Kings, the latest release. Number 9 is State of Euphoria. Number 10 is We've Come For You All. And number 11 is Fistful of Metal. And of course, I can't, real quick, before I, stop talking about this band, to me, the best thing they've ever done is after Spreading the Disease came out, they got with Danny Lilker again and Billy Milano, Scott Ian, and Charlie Bennett, and just released, to me, one of the best albums of all time of any genre of music, hardcore or anything. I mean, this is fucking killer. Speak English or Die, SOD. It's awesome. Was lucky enough to go see these guys live. Just one hell of a show, one hell of a pit too. But just a great band. This is, of course, like an anniversary edition. I have the actual, just a regular album too. But I mean, definitely worth checking out. Killer. SOD, Speak English or Die. They released an album after that, Bigger Than the Devil, and like another like live album. But this to me is it right here. Great stuff right here. And I mean, they got some other cool stuff. I mean, Attack of the Killer Bees, worth checking out. A lot of B-sides, and I mean, this DVD. What is this? Kings Among Scotland. It's the last live DVD they've released. And Chili on Hell. Really good stuff. But all right, guys, thanks for checking it out. If you haven't yet, subscribe and like it. I'll be trying to do it more frequently than I have recently. I think I'm going to do On the Doors next. And, I will talk to you guys soon. And I'll have Exodus, Megadeth coming up, Fleetwood Mac, all kinds of stuff. But thanks for checking out, guys. See ya. Later.